Okay guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching me. Today I'm going to do a simple tutorial, an introduction to online marketing. Most of you have heard the term SEO. Most of you have come across it, or rather most of you have heard the term SEO. Well, as you can see, I've just logged in. I've gone to my browser and I've googled the term SEO. What is SEO? Well, as you can see, a simple definition of SEO is just a method, or rather a technique, of how to get your website indexed by major search engines. Well, that might sound very technical to most of you, but it's not really hard. As I mentioned before, we have come across the term online marketing. So you might be wondering, now that I have a website, how come I'm not visible on Google or Bing or Yahoo? Or how is it that this website that I had created is not working for my business? Well, I'm going to try to answer those questions. So very quickly, I'm going to go to a simple website that I created. As you can see, it's on my local machine. I've called it the Bonya Restaurant. Well, if you are Kenyan, if you are young, and you understand Swahili and Sheng, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so I'll go to my index page, or rather my home page. As you can see, here is my Bonya Restaurant. Everything here is fictitious. So, as you can see, I have my logo, my social media icons, my slider or my slideshow if you wish, my links, there they are, and of course I have my slogan, my mantra, and some images describing what we offer, and yeah, how to find us, how to make a reservation, and everything. Of course, I have a small testimonial, and of course our hours of operation. Well, having said that, let's now optimize this website. We want people to get us online. We want more customers. We want to grow our business. Excuse me. We want to be out there. Okay? We want to play with the big boys. Fine. Let's do a simple demonstration. For example, I come to Google and I type restaurant. Okay? And yeah, I hit enter. And there we are. All these are results, right? You can see results. They might not be relevant to me depending on where I live. So let me add restaurants near me. There you go. And I hit enter. And here you are. You can see we have some restaurants named there. Some of you may be familiar with them, some of you may not be familiar with them, and so forth. So at the end of this tutorial, we want our business, in this case our restaurant, to appear in these results. Of course, we can do the search on Google. We can do the search on another search engine like Bing. For example, let's do it. Hit enter, and there you have it. Results, results, results. Okay, and just to mention, the reason you're seeing some of these results is because some of the, or let me put it this way, these restaurants have been well optimized for search. The websites have been well optimized for search, meaning people can find these restaurants very easily when they look for them in the search engines. Okay, now let's get started. So for you to do SEO, you need at least a basic understanding of web design, basic understanding of coding. By coding, I mean you need to understand at least HTML, okay? A bit of well, if you know a client language, if you know JavaScript, if you know a server-side language like PHP, it's more advantageous. But for now, HTML will do. So what tools do I need? You'll need a text editor like Notepad. For you who don't have a text editor, I suggest you go to this website, notepad++.org, and there you can download for free the Notepad++ text editor. It's free of charge. It's open source, and yeah, it's free. Okay. Excuse me. Another tool that you may need is a good web browser. As you can see with me, I'm using the Firefox web browser. I'm not saying it's the best, just a preference. So if you don't have a web browser, or yours is not working, or you like to upgrade, very simple. Just go to Mozilla Firefox website. There you have the download. It's free of charge. Download, install it, and that should do. Fine. Now let's start our SEO. Here is my website. Here is my restaurant. Now, as you can see, everything is basically set for the homepage. Now, where do we start? I'd suggest we start today with the meta tags. So what are meta tags? What are meta tags? Well, in this tutorial, I will not so much go into theory. I'll just mention, but at the end of the tutorial, in my YouTube video, just go to the description. I'll give you guys links to websites and other resources where you can get very good material, PDFs, videos, and so forth that you can always watch, practice, and hopefully optimize your site by yourself. Yeah, it can save you money, time, and so forth. Anyway, so as I said, search engine optimization, or SEO, is a methodology or rather a technique to increase the amount of visitors to a website. Sometimes this is referred to as site traffic. So you want to increase site traffic to your site. Okay, so what do we do first? I suggest we start with the obvious. We'll start with the meta tags. We'll start with the title meta tags. So what is a title meta tags? Well, as you can see in my website, just above, just here on top, it's written home. I've done this on purpose for the sake of demonstration, but this in itself is a mistake. It's a mistake that many people overlook, and unfortunately many people don't know. Now, excuse me. Why do I say it's a mistake? Whenever you go to a search engine, or rather whenever someone goes to a search engine and looks for a product or a service, he will never type home, okay? Or rather, he will type the name of the service or the product. For example, I want to buy a car, so I say buy a cheap good car, and I hit enter. Okay, of course, sorry for the mistake, for the spelling. Fine, and there you are. You see all these results come up. Okay, for my fellow countrymen, you're in Nairobi. Okay, you say Nairobi and you click, and there you are. And these are all the major car dealers and sellers around Nairobi city. All right, and maybe you're out there and you're selling cars or dealing with cars, and you have your site browser title as home. You see, whenever search engines look at your website, they see home, so it's very hard for them to categorize you as one of the car dealers. Okay, so in our case, we are a restaurant. So what are we about? We're about food, cuisine, hospitality, entertainment, and so forth. So very quickly, let's correct this. So how do I correct this? As I said, this is a fictitious website, so I'll quickly go to my folder, in this case Bonya. All right, I'll do it again. Go to index. Okay, there it opens, but this time round I don't want to view it on the browser. So what I'll do, I'll just come here, right click. Okay, then I say edit with Notepad. Notepad is just what I had mentioned before, a text editor. So I click edit with Notepad, give it time. There we are. So on every HTML page, the first section is a head section. Excuse me, the head section. And as you can see, on the head section we have what we call meta tags. Okay, and as I mentioned, the first one we are going to look at today is the home, the title meta tag. All right, so we are a restaurant, so let's correct this. Okay, I'm going to call it, rather rename it, Bonya Restaurant. There you have it. Okay, and of course I'm going to delete home. So is that enough? Is that sufficient? Not really, but it's a good step. At least we are being seen as a restaurant. So I'm going to add other attributes, or rather other things that we do or offer. So watch here, you can either use a comma, okay, or you can still use a pipe. What is a pipe? It's this character here. Sorry, where is it? Yeah, it is like that. Okay, so these are just simple separators. Okay, but you don't use them both. You either choose whichever you want to use. Well, personally, I prefer the pipes. So there you have it, Bonya Restaurant. Space, click Shift if you're on a Windows machine, and of course you're using a Windows keyboard. There you have it, Shift, pop. There you have your pipe. All right. So what is Bonya Restaurant about? We're about Kenyan dishes. Okay, like that. What else? Space. Okay, we sell also what? Beverages. Okay, pipe. What else do we do? We also sell salads, I believe. Salads are also just as important. And yeah, we can add another one, but I prefer, or rather I advise, I recommend that you keep it brief. Okay, keep it brief. But on the same note, please be very specific. Very specific. No beating about the bush. Okay, be very specific to make it easier for the search engines and of course for your customers to find you. So there you are, Bonya restaurant. Okay, as you can see, I have gone ahead and named, or rather put down what we do, what we sell. Okay, and yeah, so this is not case sensitive. So in case you'll be wondering why I'm changing them to uppercase, or yeah, it's not just a preference. Okay, whether it's uppercase or lowercase, the search engine will still find you. Okay, so another important thing to remember, it's always advisable to optimize your search, or rather to optimize your website for local search. So where is this restaurant found? As I said, we are here in Kenya, beautiful country of Kenya. So I'm going to add where, the city where we are in, Nairobi. So if your restaurant is in Eldoret, Kisumu, Mombasa, Moyale, Marsabit, wherever you are living, add, it's always good to add where, the city, and of course the country. There you have it, Nairobi, Kenya. Okay, some of you may be wondering, why add Nairobi, Kenya, then come again and say Kenyan dishes? Well, as I said, it's good to be specific, but let me say this as a precaution. Please don't repeat yourself. Don't repeat yourself. So once you have Kenya on one side, or rather on one tag, go ahead, you can remove this one. I'll remove that one. Okay, can remove that one. So you have your tag as Bonya restaurant, Nairobi, Kenya, dishes, okay, beverages, fruit salads, and so forth. After that, be careful, make sure you save your work. Of course, you minimize your browser, your text editor. Okay, you come down to your browser. Here we are. Remember, as you can see, it's still reading what? Home. But for those of you who are, well, web savvy, you know what web design is all about. All you need to do is do what? Refresh. All you need to do is refresh. Okay, here we are. Nothing has come up as yet. So what might be the problem? Let us see. Okay, we continue. So as we have just said, or rather as we have done together, we have seen that whatever changes we make on the index.html page, which acts as our home page, whatever changes we make and then we save, we can always go to the browser. Okay, browser, here we are, and we do what? All you have to do is refresh. So for you guys who are new to web design, you can always come to let me see. Okay, you can click on the link, let me put it that way, and then press F5 on your keyboard. F5 is normally the top row. F function keys, just press F5. Okay, and then you'll have refreshed your page, or rather you'll have effected the changes. There you are. You can see Bonya restaurant, Nairobi, Kenya. Okay, another way to verify that the page title has been changed, okay, is to place your mouse on top of the browser title. Okay, just place your mouse, leave it there for like 1-2 seconds, and there you have it. Bonya restaurant, Nairobi, Kenya, dishes, beverage, fruit salads, and so forth. Okay, you can always also go to tools. Okay, for you guys who are using Mozilla, and I believe most of the other web browsers, the same procedure, maybe different naming. Go to page info, click page info, yeah, and there you have it. Well, in my case, nothing, I can't see it, but it's up here, right? Bonya restaurant, dishes, beverage, fruit salads. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so step number 1, we have changed the browser title. Okay, let's move on. So what else is needed for search engines to find us? Another very important thing will be the description. So what do I mean by description? We have something we call the meta description. A meta description is simply a brief description of what your page is all about, or rather what your website is all about. As you can see, I'm trying to highlight an example of code which you are going to write together, and you're going to see how to do it. Yeah, and this description will help the search engine understand what the page is about or what the site is about. Okay, so please make it brief. Yeah, don't add too many characters. They normally advise at least 160 characters, so you can imagine that is about just a few phrases, a few sentences. Yeah, don't abuse that. Search engines can penalize you, and it will be, well, it will beat the purpose of what we are trying to achieve. Okay, so let's move on. Meta description. So again, I come to my index page. As you can see, I had already created the tag meta name equals description, content equals nothing. Okay, so now what are we about, or rather what is Bonya restaurant about? As we said in our title, we're about dishes, so be precise. Of course, don't sound as obvious as every other person. Okay, so let's give it a shot. So we serve the what? This stuff. Okay, let me try. We serve fresh and well prepared what let me say, well prepared Kenyan dishes. Okay, you can say our chefs are qualified and experienced. Okay, what other thing? Traditional and what? Traditional and it's very tough. Traditional and other meals are all available. Okay, fine. I'm not that creative, but again, you get the point. A simple description of what you do, a simple description of what your business is about should be there in the meta description tag. Remember, save. So after you save your work, very quickly go back to the browser. Okay, go back to the browser. As again I said, you do what? Refresh. Alright, so you may be wondering, so where is the description? I cannot see it anywhere. I cannot see my description. You are right, description is not to be shown, or rather meta tags should not appear on the page. Okay, they are normally for guiding the search engines. So how do I go about seeing what I've done, or rather verifying what I've done? Excuse me. Just go to page info. Okay, and here we are, description, what I've just typed. We serve fresh and all that, blah blah blah. And there you have. There you are. Okay, there you are. We serve all that. So description, it's well in place, it's done. That's good. Okay, fine. So we have achieved two things so far. We have given our page or rather our website, our homepage, a title, okay, a browser title up here, and we have also given it a description. All right, so let's move on. So another very important thing we should take care of is the keywords. Here they are, keywords. Okay, as the name suggests, these are words that are key, very important. These are what many people Google about, or rather many users use to query the search engines or to make inquiries through the internet as to what they want, product, service, and so forth. Okay, so they may be words, as in one word, or they may also be key phrases. Okay, let's do a demonstration. Let me first go to the browser. I am going to go to, let me try Bing. Bing is Microsoft owned, just as good. Okay, this time round I want to buy a pair of jeans. Okay, a pair of jeans. Where? Let me say I'm in Mombasa. Great city, huh? There you are, Mombasa, and I click. Okay, and I enter. As you can see, price of one pair of jeans. There you have it. 5 jeans for women. Okay, but you see, the others, well, they are not as relevant as to our search, but you can see another one there. Okay, and so forth. So let me add buy. Let's see what happens. Okay, you see, we have the shops, the websites that deal with clothes, as well as shop, website, and so forth. Okay, so all this is a key phrase. It's a phrase. It's something that I as a user, or you as a user, you do all the time when you're looking for something. For example, you're a student, you're doing your research, you always type phrases and the results come up. Well, having learned that, let's now do the same for our website. So first and foremost, what do we do? Rather, who are we? What are the products that we are selling? What are the services that we are offering? Very, very simple. We are a restaurant. We deal with food, hospitality, entertainment, and so forth. So let's craft these key phrases very quickly. Go to Notepad, your text editor, and you come to meta name equals keywords. As I said, they may be words or phrases. So what will a customer look for in a restaurant? Let's see, Kenyan meals, for example. Okay, so always after a phrase add a comma, or rather it must be followed by a comma, a space. Okay, Kenyan meals. Okay, drinks drinks, comma, like that. Traditional dishes, right? Family entertainment, and so forth. Okay, now just a point of caution. Please guys, in as much as you're trying to do online marketing, in as much as you're trying to push your website, your company, your business, please make sure that these keywords are relevant to what you do. It really wouldn't make sense. Like in our case, we are dealing with a restaurant and we go about having keywords that are not related in any way to a restaurant. For example, I can't come here and and start typing about cars or phones or clothes or the other businesses that I do. No. Let's be objective, okay? It's very important. So after that, I click save. So whenever my clients, or rather they will my potential clients, key in one of these phrases, or rather one of these keywords, I stand a chance of being found online. Alright, so I save very quickly, go to my browser, okay, and I do what? Refresh. And I refresh, I just click on that round thing there, and there I refresh, and there you are. So again, as I said, meta tags are not to be displayed on the web page, so don't act surprised, or rather don't be surprised or disappointed. Just go to the tools, page info, and there you have your keywords. There you have your keywords, just what we've typed right now. Okay, there you have your keywords. Alright, I really don't want to move so fast, but I hope you guys are catching on well. Okay, now we'll just look at two more, or rather 2 or 3 more, and then yeah, we'll conclude this tutorial. Fine. Another very important meta tag is a robot meta tag. Okay, so what is a robot? Yeah, I know you guys have answers, but I'm not referring to those robots. Excuse me. Now, as I mentioned earlier in this tutorial, when we began, we have search engines. Search engines, and I gave examples like Google, Bing, Yahoo, and so forth. Well, there are very many search engines. How do I know? For example, if you come to the Google, if you do a search, right? You just come and click here. Yeah, you can see there's so many. They're here. I can name for you. As you can see, there's Yahoo, there's Bing, there's Amazon, there's DuckDuckGo, Wikipedia, Twitter, eBay, and so forth. There's so many. So, in a nutshell, that's what we mean by robots. It simply means search engines. Search engines. Now, we want to enable our site, or rather, we want to enable these search engines to find our site or to index our site. Okay, and we do that by giving it a simple directive using a meta tag called robots. Well, robots is it can be used differently, but for today we'll just look at one implementation, just one. As I said, allow the search engine to find us. Just that. So how do we go about it? Very simple. Come to the notepad. I have with me here, yeah, I had already done it for you guys because I didn't want to go into detail. So meta tag equals robots, content equals index, comma, follow. What does that mean? This is the meta tag, or rather this is the directive here, robots, and then I have given it, I've allowed it to index that page. In this case is the index page, and I've followed it with the word follow. No pun intended. Now follow, there it is. Okay, now what does that mean? It means that all robots, what I just mentioned, Google, Bing, and so forth, they will follow this web page, the home page, the index.html page, and since I said follow, they will follow all, or rather they'll index all pages of my site, or all the pages of your website, which for starters is a good thing. Later on, I'll put out some tutorials, and I'll try to show you guys that I'll rather try to demonstrate that not all pages should be indexed. Yeah, not all pages should be followed by search engine. But for starters, for the sake of learning demonstration, I've just added that robots content index equals follow. Rather, content equals index follow. There you are. Okay, as simple as that. All right. So very quickly, let's go to the web page. Yeah, and as you can see, nothing is displayed. But if I go to the page info, robots index follow, there you are. Okay, now we'll move on to the author and later to the viewport. So author, as the name suggests, is just the author of this page or the author of this website. Very, very simple. Come here very quickly. In this case, you can add your name or the name of your business. There you are. And please watch out for spelling mistakes. Watch out for spelling mistakes. They can be quite annoying. Anyway, there you are. Okay, and as usual, save. Okay, now I believe we have done a good introduction on meta tags. So we move on to the last one. Well, this is what we call viewport. But let me not go there first. Let me go to my browser. Yes, as I mentioned, we have the common search engines, and here they are. Bing, Yahoo, Google, and so forth. But you'll agree with me, we are living in a small world, I believe. And we are living in a social world, a world of social media. And as you can see, our website has social media icons: Twitter, Facebook, Google+, LinkedIn, Instagram. Yes, just to mention but a few. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so in the world of online marketing, rather, when you're doing online marketing and SEO, such well, how can I put it in a very simple way? Well, social media is a search engine metrics. For example, there are some of you who are very fond of Facebook. Yeah, they're very fond of Facebook. Let me quickly go to my website. And try to demonstrate something. What I mean. As you can see, this is my website. Very simple website. I have a search engine. Oh no, what am I saying? I have social media icons. Let me go to Facebook. I click on that, and it quickly takes me to Facebook. And there you are. As you can see, we can do a search on Facebook for something. We can do a search on Facebook for rather anything. In this case, let's see who does SEO, or rather, let's do a search on SEO. Click on SEO on Facebook, and there you are. These are people who do SEO, right? These are people who do SEO. That's my post there. Okay, and so forth. Yeah, so it's quite clear, or rather it's quite obvious, that social media is also important in online marketing. Why do I keep saying that? Because with social media comes mobile devices. I'm referring to phones, tablets, and so forth. Yeah, so we'll come to social media later, but as I mentioned, we have now devices like phones and tablets and such like things. Now we want our website to appear on these devices in a way that is pleasant. By pleasant I mean the user experience should be just as good as when they are coming, or rather they are visiting and navigating our website on the desktop, on the computer. Okay, mobile devices have limitations, so should your website not render properly on a mobile device, that in itself is a disadvantage. For example, you sell something, you sell shoes, you sell clothes, but when people try to find you on their phones, they discover that there's nothing much they can do with your website. It's very hard to find, or rather to get what they want on your website, because the pages are not being rendered properly. So to overcome that limitation, we use another meta tag called the viewport. Okay, here it is, viewport. Okay, so this one is very simple. Take your time, you can Google, or rather you can copy just what you see. Just meta name equals viewport, content equals width, device width, initial scale equals 1, maximum scale equals 1. Okay, so in a nutshell, in brief, what all that means, or rather what all this means, is that when someone visits your website on a mobile device like a phone or a tablet, he or she is able to see the menus, right, and click on them and get whatever information he or she is looking for. Okay, that's what it means. Viewport, that's the importance of that meta tag. Okay, and with that, I'd like to say thank you for following this tutorial. As you can see, I did not want to go into so many explanations because I believe in being practical, and really online marketing is very practical. It's something that you do, and you should start seeing results, positive results, that will eventually grow your business or help you attain your objectives. Of course, in my opinion, SEO is not just about money, okay, just about businesses and money. No. You might have a website, you might be a religious organization, you might be an NGO, and you're trying to reach out to people. Maybe you're trying to spread some information. Okay, optimizing your site is very important. Okay, some of you may be trying to get donations for a worthy cause, and it's very difficult for people to get you because your site is not well optimized. All right, and also as a piece of advice, SEO may sound very expensive, or rather very technical, but it will help you a lot. It will help you save on advertisements. It can help you save on the time you do your you're trying to reach out to people. Okay, because once your site is optimized, as we did some few examples with you, once you're being found easily, you'll get those leads you're looking for, those inquiries. Okay, and you'll be able to achieve your objectives, you're able to achieve your business objectives, you're able to achieve the objectives of your organization, and so forth. Well, with that, I don't have much. I'll just say thank you. Asanteni sana. Merci beaucoup. And in case you have any question, please email me. Of course, you're always welcome to visit our website, fazatelkenya.com. Go to web design. We do many things, domains, hosting, and so forth. Anyway, that's not what it's about. But in case you have any queries, go ahead. You can give me a call, email me, and I'll try my best to assist you. Thanks for watching, and have yourselves a great time. Please remember to subscribe. Subscribe to this channel, like our page, and we'll be very happy. Yeah, thanks. Bye bye.